Sabrina here, Books of the Wormbag. It's still great, it's still misty. Yes, I'm doing videos back to back because this is my day off and I'm getting on with it. There is a bit more light, so I'm less peach. A bit more bleached, I think. Anyway, I read Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow yesterday. Now, I picked this up last week on the back of the new James Gunn Supergirl film trailer that is due to come out next year. I watched the trailer twice and then immediately click and collected this from my workplace because I knew we had a copy. I'm very excited about the film. I have been a Supergirl fan for a very long time. I was a little girl when I originally watched the 1980s Supergirl film with Helen Slater in it. I know that film is not brilliant. I know there are huge problems with it. I know the villain is very stereotypical. It is an 80s superhero film starring a female. It has its issues. But I loved Supergirl in it. I loved Kara. I thought she was an amazing person, an amazing character. And yeah, I really liked her. So I've had a soft spot for Supergirl for a long time. I have read a few of the comics over the years. I'm not a big comics reader because they're so expensive. But also libraries never have volume 1s. Why do we not have volume 1s? And if you're going in the library nicking volume 1s, can you stop doing it, please? So I haven't read many Supergirl comics at all. But I was quite excited because I'd heard that this is what James Gunn has based his Supergirl film off. First up, the art in here is gorgeous. So it is done by Bilquis Elvey, and it's just trying to get you one that's not a spoiler-filled page. I mean, it's beautiful, it's colourful, it's just so epically drawn. Each panel is filled with detail. It's just so rich. I love this. Bilquis is just amazing. I need to find more of their artwork because it's beautiful. So I'm really hoping that the film is not as damp as the trailer suggests. I'm hoping we get these amazing colours and vibrancy. So, you know, people who keep moaning about Superman being very bright, could you shut up, please? Superman is supposed to be bright. He is a beacon of hope in our dark world. That is why he wears those bright colours. Could you shut up moaning? And I'm fed up of superhero films being so graded and so dark. I can't see anything. As a partially sighted woman, I really struggle to see graded down screens. Could you stop doing it? I want to see what's on the screen. Light it properly. I want colour. Just shut up. Anyway, so James Gunn, I hope you're listening. I hope there's colour in your film because I'll be really upset if there's not. Anyway, I read this and really liked it. My gripe for a comic that says Supergirl, she is not the main character. This story is told from Ruthie. For the person who tells the story, she's not even mentioned on the back here. Anyway, we see Supergirl through the eyes of Ruthie, who's a young girl who wants to avenge the death of her father by a thug called Krem. How can I remember his name? And she basically comes across Supergirl and hires her. There's more going on than that, obviously, and it is very much about the journey, not the destination. This is one of those storylines. So it's all told through the perspective of Ruthie. So there's a lot of boxing out narration going on here. And, you know, anytime Supergirl does something, Ruthie is explaining, oh yeah, I thought, you know, everybody thinks she does this. Well, actually, she's like this. There's a lovely scene where she's talking to a mayor of a town and she's distracted him and he knocks down his house of cards. And he, like, looks at her and he's, like, just had enough and basically tells her to leave. Not very politely. And Ruthie goes, you know, everyone thinks Supergirl is this extremely patient woman. And at the time when Ruthie goes, she's not. In the panel, Supergirl blows the guy backwards with her breath. And it's just like, things like that. Yeah, okay, cool. But it did frustrate me that we're not in Supergirl's head, considering how much of this is about Supergirl surviving the destruction of Krypton, the death of Krypton, losing her people. But also, you know, she's not really needed on Earth, so she doesn't have a place in the worlds as she sees herself. She's on a downer at this point, and Ruthie comes along really at a time when she needs someone. But it just bugged me that It's supposed to be her comic, and yet it's told through someone else's eyes. That's a bit of a bugbear, but I did enjoy it. I think the art is amazing in it. The art tells so much of the story. Facial expressions. Bilquis is so good at just having a close-up panel of Supergirl, and there's an emotion on her face, and you feel that emotion, and it's like, you get the girl. Brilliant. Thank you so much. The story is a space-hopping chase. Basically, we see lots of different worlds, lots of different aliens. So all those complaining that, oh my god, it's in space, it looks like Guardians of the Galaxy for the new Supergirl film. Her story is in space. She's not an Earth girl. And I'm loving all the TikToks that are using I don't care. I love it. Thank you very much. Because Clark Kent is down on Earth. She's up in space. That's Kara's place. She is out there. It's going to be a spacey film. Deal with it, people. There are lots of spacey films. Guardians of the Galaxy is not the only spacey film out there. I can't believe we have to deal with stupid people on the internet. So I really like this. There's a lot going on here. It's very emotional. Like I say, there's a lot of baggage that Supergirl's got. There's a lot of baggage that Ruthie has going on. The fact that she wants to go on this vengeance. She wants to kill the man that's killed her father because she needs to avenge him. There's a lot going on in here. And I was pleasantly surprised how well that the women come across in this. There is a scene where she gets, Superman killed my family, so I'm going to kill his. And it's like, excuse me? You wouldn't do that to Superman. Why are you doing it to Supergirl? And the fact she just takes out these thugs, and it's like, that is really satisfying. And Ruthie goes, yeah, this happened over and over again. I won't tell you about all those times because it's very repetitive. And it's like, thank you, because we don't need to see that umpteen times. We know men are shitty to women when they want revenge because they think women are weak. And it's quite nice seeing Supergirl just going, do you know what? I don't care. Deal with it. It's also Supergirl. She's a bit more ruthless than Superman. He's like constantly seeing the good in people. He's seeing the opportunity for good in people. Where she's more of a like, look, just you've shown your true colours and I don't care anymore. Shut up. You haven't changed. You haven't learned your lesson. Boom. Which really makes the ending in this very satisfying. I did like the ending. It's very much a perfect. I can't say a lot without spoiling it, and I know a lot of people will now be tracking this down to read it because of the hype of the film, but if anything, if it shows to DC that Supergirl is a loved character, that people want well-written stories starring her, that they want creative stories, that they want stories about life and hope and living, then please give us those stories. I mean, people know I work in a bookshop. When I look at my graphic novel shelves, below the Marvel is the DC. Half, in fact, over half of the first shelf of DC is Batman. We've got a little chunk of Harley Quinn, and I mean 3 or 4 books at the most. Joker seems to be growing hugely. Then we have like the odd randomly ones in the middle. And then we hit Superman. Superman has a nice big chunk. And then it's like the Dark Horse and Vertigo and all that underneath. There are not many Supergirl comics on our shelves. This was one. I think we have 2 in there at the moment. Harley Quinn has a couple, and that's it. And a lot of them are not great. Wonder Woman. How hard is it to find a Wonder Woman comic in your local bookshop? Yeah, because we don't have many either. I'm going to go to my comic book shop, who has a great back catalogue selection, so I'm going to go in there. And I think I'll be picking up my Supergirl comics in there. I'll certainly be buzzing them, you know, which are the good ones, where should I be reading for? Because obviously DC like rebooting and rebooting and rebooting. And it's really hard to know where to start, what to pick up, what to read. The beauty of this is it. This is self-contained. This is 8 issues, all in one go, self-contained story. And because it's told by Ruthie, that's it. Her story is told. She just happens to be with Supergirl while she's doing this story. So I'm going to try and track down some more Supergirl and read them, and I'm also getting into the Wonder Woman hugely. But I've just told my husband to read the Absolute Wonder Woman. I've got the first graphic novel, the second one comes out in February. I'm very excited for that. Really enjoyed that, and I will do a review on that later. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. Have you read it? What did you think? Let me know down below. And the Supergirl film, 2026, are you excited for it? Are you liking that Supergirl is getting a lot of love? I certainly am. As always, thank you very much for watching and happy reading. Bye.